Come with me to my first ever time in New York City, and publishers, if you're watching this, I am down to travel, so please invite me to more things. A special shout out to Kensington Publishing. Without you guys, this trip just would not have been possible. I'm so eternally grateful for everything you did for me and for the other creators that were a part of this. You guys are the absolute best. Thank you, thank you, thank you. As soon as I landed, I checked into my hotel and then I got ready to go to the World Trade Center. I needed to see a view of the city from above. And oh my God, it did not disappoint. These 360 views were just absolutely breathtaking. I was completely mind blown. And because it was my first time, I had to do something extra, and so I booked myself a dining experience by myself at One Dine, which is the restaurant at the top of the World Trade Center. The views, of course, remained spectacular. This was truly such an insane, one-of-a-kind dining experience that I will never forget. Everything about this was truly amazing. The food was great, the drinks were fresh, the staff was absolutely incredible. I truly felt like we were friends by the end of the meal. I ended up staying at the restaurant for like 3 hours. It was a great time, but then I passed out at my hotel, woke up the next day, and went to the Strand, which is an iconic New York bookstore that you just must go to. I love that this store has something for everyone. It has used books and new books. It has events. It was just a really great time just going around and checking out all of the books that I love so much, and I of course did pick up a couple. I took the subway so often. If it was longer than a 25-minute walk, I was on the subway, and it was surprisingly so clean, and other people were reading too. I am a tourist, so I definitely checked out Dumbo and went to all the iconic spots and got my photos taken by strangers. I really enjoy Brooklyn, and I wish I could have spent more time here. I got a juice and I just took a walk, and I ended up at this thrift store before I headed over to my lunch reservation. It was at this little sushi spot called Eiko, and it was so charming, so cute, and the food was delicious. Started off with a salad and was reading my book, and I just got some sushi rolls at Mame. This one roll, though, had peanut butter in it, and oh my God, it worked. Then I headed to the Twisted Spine to hang out with one of my favorite authors and my friend, Nat Cassidy. We, of course, got coffees from the Twisted Spine Cafe. I had the pink one, he had the green one, so cute. And I wouldn't be a content creator if I didn't make him be in a video with me, of course. He was a very good sport. We hung out for a couple of hours, talked about books. It was a great time. Go and check out the video we made if you haven't seen it. It's posted right before this one. I then had to run back to Tribeca to hit up Boss Tweeds for the Charlie Don Lee cover reveal party put on by Kensington Publishing, and oh boy, was this amazing. I helped a little bit with the guest list, and I got to meet so many of my favorite creators. We made some murder theory boards and just had drinks and dessert and just little snacks, and of course we did the cover reveal for Behind Every Face, and we cheers Charlie. It was a great time. I'm so happy with all the people I got to meet and connect with. It was just the best. I then met up with my husband Chance. He just happened to be in New York at the same time as me for a work trip, so this was just great that we got to hang out with each other in the evenings. We went to this Mexican restaurant called Gitano, and it was gorgeous, but we have to admit that neither of us were terribly impressed with either the food or the service, but we of course had a great time nonetheless. The next morning I went to the Kensington Publishing offices where I met up with a bunch of influencers again, and they had a table of books that they just kept adding to, and we got to take some home. They had snacks for us, drinks. It was just a great time. We got to tour the offices, and we even got to interrupt the president in a meeting and had him make a TikTok, of course. Look at my camera and go, "I'm the owner of this house."
I'm the owner of this house.
We then went to PJ Clarke's sidecar for lunch with the whole crew. It was such a good time to just talk with everybody again and just had the best time. I had to run though because I had to go to my first ever Broadway show, and I got so lucky I went when I did. I got into the Hudson Theater right when it opened, which was perfect because I had a seat on stage and I wanted the opportunity to meet Daniel Radcliffe, the star of Every Brilliant Thing, and I got to.
About it, or the awkward dance of non-verbally negotiating with the husband and everything. This one gets more, yes. Oh no, this one gets the more reliable. You got it. Yeah.
I thought he wasn't gonna say hi to me, but then he turned around and shook my hand. I didn't get it on film because I didn't know he was coming back. It was a brilliant show. I laughed, I cried, I will never forget it. I then ended up at Times Square, which was just a little nuts for me. I then grabbed a coffee and edited a video at the Kensington office where I met up with Madeline, and then she and I walked to a bookstore before we headed to our dinner reservation for the night. There was also a red carpet event, which was really cool that we stumbled upon. Being in New York for the first time was just so surreal. Madeline and I went to Saitong, which is this Thai place that is near the theater we were going to later. It was so cute, and It was so delicious. I had a mocktail. The food was so good. We had such a great time. And then we headed over to the Long Acre Theater for Two Strangers Carry a Cake Across New York. This is a brand new show. I heard about it back in September. I wanted to go. I was supposed to go in November, but the government shutdown ruined everything. So I was so stoked. I got to go back and I got to meet the stars of the show. The next day I woke up bright and early because I could not miss Central Park and I had to leave in the afternoon. It was so crazy going to a place that I've just seen on TV so many times, and I walked all the way to the Met. I had my Blair Waldorf moment on these steps, and then I headed to a bagel shop because when you're in New York, you have to get a bagel. I, of course, walked there because I had to see more of New York City. Found this spot and I got a bagel. I just got a plain one with like apple cinnamon cream cheese. It was really good though. I ended up back in Times Square, so of course I had to stop at Joe's. This is a famous, iconic spot that everybody goes to, and it was so delicious. My husband Chance was actually doing a videography job in Times Square, and so I went and watched him work for a little bit. There was so many people. It was a really cool thing. I didn't have much time left, but I was told I needed to go walk the High Line, so I walked over there and I checked it out for a little bit, but I didn't get to spend a ton of time here, unfortunately. I then hopped my flight back to San Diego. It was a great trip. Thank you so much for watching, you guys.